All right, guys, this is the on-page SEO training that we have used now since 2015. This is the most successful, tried and true on-page SEO technique like ever. Thousands of RankDaddy members have used it. We've ranked tens of thousands of client websites. It works every single time because it creates a crystal clear channel of communication between Google and the website. Google doesn't have to guess what the site's about or what you're trying to rank for. Clarity is what Google wants. And when you're clear with Google, you gain trust. Trust is the number one ranking factor, period. Yes, there's backlinks. Yes, there's citations. Yes, there's all this, technical stuff, but it all lends to trust. And if Google trusts your website, it's going to dominate. We know that because we've done it for years and years. So to begin with, you have to know your main keyword, right? You can't do on-page SEO if you don't know what your keyword is. I keep seeing people making the mistake trying to do on-page SEO to the homepage, and they're using a secondary or a third keyword. It makes no sense. You're not going to have any clue what a book is about if you're reading the heading of chapter 2 of page 4, right? It's not going to tell you. The main top level, primary, overarching, most competitive keyword is what you're looking for, especially when you're doing for the home page, right? Because now you're giving an overarching view of the page, the website. So home page, you need the shortest, simplest. We always keep it simple, right? City plus niche or city plus service. RankDaddy members don't have to even do keyword research when you remember this formula. And so you can ask if you're trying to figure out, really what is this? And a lot of times we just want to overthink. So we think we need to use tools and expensive things to find out what the keywords are when you don't. Where do they serve? They're in Atlanta. What business are they in? They're roofing contractors. What's their service? They do repair and replacement. Bam. So the primary keyword would be Atlanta roofing, or Atlanta roofing repair, roof replacement, roofing contractors. So any of these are great for homepage, core, competitive, overarching main keyword. So then we kind of have to step back and say, all right, well, I see a lot of people searching with things like roofing contractors in Atlanta. See, they're putting the city last. Why do you always want to put the city first? There's several reasons. One is future proofing. We see a massive shift into voice search, right? You've got the Google Home devices, you've got Amazon Alexa, people are using Siri on their phones, whatever. Voice search is going to take over more than what we see people typing in now. It's very, very hard to use natural spoken English to say Atlanta roofing contractors. People won't say that in a sentence. When they're using voice search, they're using full sentences. They're not just popping on, hey Siri, Atlanta roofing contractors, or roofing contractors Atlanta. Hey Siri, can you give me roofing contractors Atlanta? No. Hey Alexa, where's the best... Hold on, my Alexa's going off here.
The Mumbai Electric Supply and Transport is located in electric...
So anyway, you get the point. If you're making a sentence, you're going to say roofing contractors in Atlanta, but there you're inserting this word in. You're making a keyword longer. The goal is clarity, short, sweet, to the point. So are there any Atlanta roofing contractors in this city? How can I find an Atlanta roofing contractor? Things like that. So that's voice search. And so now you see those three words, Atlanta roofing contractor, all squeezed together with no extra words in there. We're future-proofed. Plus, when you're using the RankDaddy process, one of the steps is you're ordering a press release. We have professional writing teams, and they do not put roofing contractors Atlanta because it's almost impossible to make a sentence when you're sticking the keyword after the city after the keyword, and you're not sticking the word in or and or but or something in there, in between it. So again, you want always, rule one is the short version. And if you're sticking the city first, it's real easy, Atlanta roofing contractors, to make a sentence and squeeze that into a press release and use that for your anchor. So you've got 500 TV and radio and media outlets linking back to your site with that one keyword. Everything matches. Everything makes sense. It's crystal clear to Google, gaining trust. So the argument will come up for the people who want to use keyword research tools that many times more people are typing in to a search engine roofing contractors Atlanta. So they're leaving the word in out. So we have to step back and think, gee, is Google smart enough to know if I'm doing on-page SEO to my site and I'm using Atlanta roofing contractors? Are they smart enough? Is Google really smart enough to understand that when somebody types in roofing contractors Atlanta, that's the same thing? Of course they are. We don't have to outsmart and make it so stupid simple to Google like that. Google knows that when someone types in roofing contractors in Atlanta, roofing contractors Atlanta, it's the same thing as what's on our site when we say Atlanta roofing contractors. We're just being crystal clear to Google and covering all of these bases with voice search, with future proofing, natural spoken English. Now you may be in a different country where things are different. You do what's natural there, right? This is how we do it in plain English. Google knows what you're talking about. Now, what about Atlanta roofing replacement specialist? Why wouldn't you use this for a homepage keyword? You're going for the shortest version of the keyword that makes sense. So the word specialist just throws in extra words you don't need. Replacement, okay, so maybe you got your Atlanta roofing contractor doesn't do repairs. So maybe you could use this as your H1. This is your hardcore competitive keyword, Atlanta roofing. But what if they don't want the calls about repairs? So then, yeah, you'd use Atlanta roofing replacement as your keyword. So the bonus to this is you're going to rank for this since it's together, and you're also going to rank for this. So when you have your keywords in a line, you kind of get bonus rankings. You're gonna hit both of these things. So that's how to think about that. So now that you got the main keyword, how do you determine what the H1 and the meta title is? Because those are the two most important things that Google looks at on a website when it's determining where it's going to rank the site. Yes, you have to have trust, and the RankDaddy process is designed to leverage Google trust, to gain it, to continue to stack it and build it very, very rapidly. But we have to start with on page, right? That's the communication channel with Google. So we got the main keyword. How do we figure out the H1? Well, literally the H1 is always just the main keyword, so that's easy. So Atlanta roof repair. This is the one we're going to use in this example. We're done. H1 is done. Keep in mind, every page on your website has a unique theme, right? Whether it's a contact page or about us page or a service page or a location page, that page is about what's on that page, so you can't mix and match. Every page should have a unique H1 and a unique meta title, period. If you start duplicating and having multiple pages with Atlanta roof repair and the same meta title, you're going to confuse Google, and we're going for clarity, right? Clarity is key. Trust is gained through clarity, and trust is the number one ranking factor. This is how you're going to get your sites moving super quick, like blow you away quick. Like so much that all of our RankDaddy members can use a money back guarantee. If you don't see a massive increase in rank within the first 60 days, we're going to give you all your money back. And by the way, since 2015, no member has ever had to refund somebody's money because this process works that well. And this is just the first step of it. The on-page stuff that we're training right now is the first step of the process. You got to catch Google's attention. So the meta title. The rules of meta title is length should be 60 to 72 characters. 60 is optimal because, again, the fewer words you can condense something into to explain to anybody, third grade level type of stuff, the better. It always starts with the H1. So the H1, we established it to be Atlanta roof repair. So when you start with the H1, or start with the meta, when you're building your meta title, it should always start with the H1. It should also always end with the business name. Google loves branding. They love to see the business's name right there in front. And when I say front, I mean in the meta title. The meta title is the primary way that Google looks at to see where to rank a site, figure out what a site is about. If you don't believe me, sit down for an hour and do a bunch of Google searches, random stuff for anything, and look at their meta title. The meta title is the blue line when you're doing a Google search. Google loves branding. Okay, so you can show in an extra keyword if there's space. Sometimes it's the case if the company name or city name is short enough. So here's how it's going to work out. Everything is separated by a dash, not an underscore, not a vertical bar. These things have been tested by Google to be blocks. Okay, so you don't want to use those. Use dashes. So when you're adding the business name for branding, we're only talking about the home page and the location pages. You don't have to have your business name on every single meta title over the across the entire page. Okay, so I'm trying to not get too complex on this. I'm just including a lot of details for the sake of being crystal clear to you guys. So the meta title here would be Atlanta Roof Repair dash replacement dash ABC Roofing. So in this case, we're under 60. We got the H1 here. The main keyword is the H1, and it starts your meta title. Then you have another keyword because there's room. So Atlanta Roof Repair. Google sees this as Atlanta Roof Replacement. ABC Roofing. There's the company name. So this is for your home page. Atlanta Roof Repair. Google is crystal clear as to what this web page is about, what service they offer, and where they're located. There's no questions. They know exactly what you're trying to rank for. Now keep in mind when you're using this technique of exact match, meaning your keyword is your H1 and it's also starting off your meta title, it's important to have variations of that keyword on the page you're doing the SEO or the on-page SEO for. So if you're doing Atlanta Roof Repair, you want to make sure within the content of that home page, you've got roof repair, roof replacement, roofing contractors, everything about roofing that you can imagine and word and fit into that 500 to 1,000 words of content on the page. Otherwise, it just looks like spam to Google. If you got a website, all it is images of jobs. You've got your H1 and you got your meta title and everything matches. It's not going to work because Google thinks you're trying to just spam the system. Here we are, exact match, but yet on the actual page, when Google goes to read the page, it's just pictures. Not going to work. Just have some content written on there. There's plenty of places to get content. Have 500 to 1,000 words. Stick it on the home page or whatever page you're doing the on page for. So within that text, there we go. There's the different variations. So what if you're still, this is kind of overwhelming, right? You don't want to do this stuff. Even though after you've done it once or twice, it's literally going to take you minutes, 2-3 minutes to come up with the on-page SEO keywords and have somebody do it or log in and do it yourself. What if you don't want to do that technical logging into WordPress or the client's website? You think you might break something, but you still want to get them results? I was the same way. I didn't want to do any of the technical stuff, so I built this entire process, outsourcing everything. So come over to SEOoutsource.com. This is a website that we use that is locked to the public. Nobody else can use it. For the most part, most of our steps are here that we outsource to run an SEO campaign. The rest are on another site called Localize. So we come down to on-page SEO, and you literally just place your order for $100. The client has already paid you $1,000 if you're doing it the way we show you how to land clients. $1,000 is the low end. You're using the client's money to do all of the work. So if you're seeing this video and you're not a member and you want to be, or you want to see what it looks like if you were to get our help to start and scale a massively successful digital marketing agency in your spare time using none of your own money, we're going to show you how to use the client money to pay for everything, including your fees. Reach out. So whether there's a link below this video, or you go to RankDaddy.com, or you go to RankDaddy.net/mini-course, watch the mini course, learn a little bit more about what we do, how we do it, reach out. We'll be glad to hop on a call with you and just see what it looks like for you and what it would take to help get you going. So that's this training, and we will see you in the next.